I appreciate that super chat, my friend. So, Greg, let me ask you this here. The black pill. Now, we all work very hard, and I don't really consume much red pill. I don't consume much content. The only guys I listen to are you, Joker, and Rolo Tomasi. That's it. I barely even watch TV, but lately I've started seeing videos about the black pill. And what I thought the black pill were guys who were super hardcore red pill. I'm going to do nothing but fuck bitches, and I'm just discarding them all, player for life. I'm going to be fucking bitches in the nursing home, not get married, not having any kids, player for life. That's what I'm doing. I quickly found out that was not the case.
Right.
It appears, Greg, that the black pill is who I thought MGTOWs were. The black pill, it appears, are guys who have just completely given up on life. All they do is sit around and complain about women. Now, our detractors might say, well, you guys complain about women. Yes, we do, but we offer solutions. That's what this community does. So talk to me about what you know about the black pill and what you think and what you've heard.
Well, the only thing that I really did to research it was someone asked me on my other channel. I have another channel called Ask Coach Greg Adams, and they asked me what I thought about the black pill. So I was like, I got to go back and look and see what's going on here. Because just like you, when you're producing content, what happens is the new channels underneath you, you don't get a chance to really engage in all of the content because you're making content, editing, and so forth. So I had to go back and look and see what was going on. Well, this is basically what I got out of it. And I don't want to talk down about their, I'm trying to do my best to explain it. I'm saying blue pill guys, if they see society on fire, they'll go in and save the men, women, and children. Okay. Purple pillars will look back and they'll go, well, maybe I should save them, or maybe I should just save myself. A red pill guy will watch and look at the fire and say, we told you it was going to burn. Okay. We told you it was going to burn. All right. And the black pill guy will bring the gasoline. They'll bring extra gasoline to the fire. Wow. All right. So they'll be like, look, it's a raging fire. I'm bringing in extra to it. So within that, I think that would be the best analogy and try to sum it up. They're not trying to improve the situation. And in order to get to the black pill, though, what I have to understand is you have to get red pill first. Right. You can't just be blue pill and jump to black pill. And that's where I would have to say a lot of their philosophy and the things that they discuss sounds like us. But they just take it to the next level of I don't want any solutions. I don't need any solutions. And it's more a nihilistic approach where it could be depressive. It could be I don't have a chance. And then it is not only just with women, it's across the board. Wow. So we're seeing some black pill activity with what's going on in society right now, where people want to burn down, bring gasoline to the fire. And that's the best way I can explain it. Maybe somebody else can give us an idea.
I'm going to tell you what, Greg, and listen, I'll co-sign on that just based on what I've seen and heard. I would submit to you that school shooters, mass murderers, Elliot Rodger, Alec Manassian, Andreas Lubitz, Nicholas Cruz, the media sort of portrayed them as incels, guys who got into this red pill philosophy. They went into this red pill rage and they shot up a bunch of people. Sung Wee Cho from Virginia Tech, et cetera, Ohio State shooter. I would submit to you that these guys weren't red pill at all. They were black pill. But here's the problem. Here's where they went wrong. They didn't take the Coach Greg Adams route. If somebody's black pilled after being red pilled, I wouldn't agree with that lifestyle, but at least you go in knowing what you know. And I don't endorse just burning it all down. And we'll get
I don't either. Right. But now if it's burning, I'd say I predicted it.
Right. So, there you go. Right. I'm not going to add gasoline to the fire. Exactly. But I think the Elliot Rodger, the Elliot Rodger type people of the world, the Alec Manassian, the guy in Toronto who drove a bus and killed, I think, 10 or 15 people. Those guys were black pilled, meaning they went from blue pill straight to black pill without understanding them. And I think this, Coach, I think that when you take the red pill, you go through the anger phase and you think you hate women, but what you quickly find is that the more you learn about women, the more you understand about them, the less angry and upset you are with them, because you then begin to discover, well, wait a minute, women are not inherently evil, though there are a few women out here that could make the case for the opposite argument. Women just are. They're water. They take the shape of the container that they're put in. So what are your thoughts on guys like Elliot Rodger and Alec Manassian being black pilled, meaning they went from blue pill to the black pill instead of making that all important red pill stop first?
I mean, I can see the point being made there. I can see the case being made, because I think sometimes people get stuck in a stage. They get stuck in the depression or the anger stage. There's stages of grief. You get it. There's disbelief, then there's anger, then you go to a stage where you are depressed about the situation, and then you finally accept it. And what you talked about is you accept what women are.
Right.
And all of us have to go through these stages. And this is why I say, hating women at this point is actually pointless.
Right.
Now, you can be disgusted with their behavior.
Of course.
And the reason why you're disgusted is not just because they're women, it's because men empower them to have this behavior. Oh, so there's a whole thing. And you will only get there when you allow yourself to get out of the anger and depression stage. If you don't, then yes, you will go right to black pill, and then you could act out. Yes. And, I don't want to put it on any particular person or a group. However, I would say if you're bringing gasoline to the fire and you're acting out and you're finding a weakness point, I don't think red pill guys go there. I don't think blue pill guys go there. Right. I mean, they could be taken there.
They could be taken there, but blue pill guys just don't have the balls to do it.
Right.
That's right. What I think. Yeah.
They're too much in the matrix. They're worried about, what everybody's going to think of them afterwards. I think if you're the point where you're going to take people out, you're not thinking about that.
I think when you find the red pill, and we're all very, very different. We all process the red pill in different ways because we're different people. We've all gone through different experiences, but all of the different experiences that we've been through all tend to be kind of similar, right? Like a lot of our detractors that are females. Oh, you guys, who hurt you? And oh, this isn't true. So wait a minute. You mean 500,000 men around this country and the world just all got together and decided to make up similar exact stories with case numbers and everything.
Yep.
To go against. No. Like, listen, all of these men can't be wrong. When a guy says, yeah, hey man, my buddy, he just got divorced, raped from his wife. One thing leads to another. Hey, you know what? I got divorced, raped by my wife. Next thing you know, if men are fighting each other, and then they come up with solutions. You have a choice. You can either come up with solutions, or just like you said, you can burn it down. So what are your thoughts on the red pill guy who has the judgment as opposed to the black pill guy who seems to really lack anything?
Well, I think it all boils down to logic or emotion. So if you're willing to develop as a red pill guy to the point where you progress through the stages and you use logic to dictate your life, then you're going to be able to, have that judgment. If you are in that emotional state of anger, depression, or whatever it is, rage, well, then you're not going to be able to, because I look at it like it all boils down to red pill and blue pill. Everything else is just an extension. So if you boil it down to Neo in the Matrix, well, when he took the red pill, he went through stages where, am my eyes deceiving me? Yes, right. I have to understand it. I have to process it. He went through stages, and then he was able to be successful in that red pill journey. Right. Well, if you don't, and you don't understand logic and how to win the battle, which is, on my side, winning the battle was not participating, in the whole stream, right? In the whole legal system. That's me winning the battle. So black pill guys aren't willing to play that game.
There are three main objectives with feminism. Objective number one is the transference of resources from women to men. Okay.
Right. From men to women.
Or I'm sorry, from
men to women.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Objective number two is to remove all authority from men while giving that same authority to women, while simultaneously removing the authority from men and giving it to women without any accountability. So feminists want to hold us responsible, but they don't want to give us any of the authority, right? Women want all the authority, but none of the responsibility. And of course, the third main objective of feminism is to remove all sexual constraints from women while simultaneously putting them on men. Right. That's where that judgment goes. So now you've been through a divorce and with the kids and everything, and you actually have a story, I guess, where it I don't want to say it came out in your favors, but you didn't get raked over the coals, did you, or did you manage to strike something?
The only thing that she was able to capitalize on was, delaying the progress, restricting access to my kids, and, making me go back to court repeatedly. Oh, God. And I think what happens is, and I drug out for 7 years after the divorce. So you're talking about, I'm at the courthouse 3 times a year. And that's just in front of the judge. That's not to file the paperwork. you know, you got to go to court then, not to meet with your attorney, whether you're going to represent yourself or not. So it was really a terrorist activity that she was trying to do.
Yeah.
And the one thing that stopped it was me making this content, right? And then writing the books. That was the one thing that put the brakes on it. Now, she got herself in a situation where she tried to do parental alienation, and I videotaped her, and that was another thing that put it, you know. And so, you know, I posted it on Facebook and YouTube, and then that put the brakes on all of that. So,
yes,
you know, I was able to use that to my advantage. But what happens is when you get to the level, say you go to, say you're a red pill guy, and you didn't go through a bitter divorce, or you didn't go through.
That's me.
Yeah. So what happens is you don't go and say, I'm going to go MGTOW. Some guys do. They may try to process it and try to find another way around doing the three things that you talked about, right? They'll say, okay, I'm not going to participate in that. Well, many times guys will either, you know, either they don't have a chance at women, or they go through a bad divorce, and they go through a situation where, like, I'm just not going to get involved with the state. That is where I stand. And this is why I say no cohabitation, no long-term relationships, and no marriage, because I think eventually it gets it gets the state involved. And that's where I want to avoid all the bull, because I've been through all the bullshit in my association with the state.
I think those guys are much more risk averse, and I don't blame them for that, right? That's where I sort of came to understand and respect what you do. And this is where we got the nickname, you're the defensive coordinator, I'm the offensive coordinator. The reason why I'm risk tolerant, I discovered, is because I haven't been burned as badly as some people. I've been through some fucked up things with women, Greg.
Right.
I think we all have, but I don't have to pay child support. I'm not paying alimony to a 300-pound land whale who cried in court and talked about how abusive I was. So because and I think that if I had been through those things, I wouldn't be living with Devin right now. You fucking kidding me?
Right.
That said, I understand Dev. She can go feral at any time for any reason or for no reason at all. So I'm glad that you and I were able to get on the air and sort of clear that up. And now our communities are together and saying, okay, yeah, we agree on 99.9% of things fundamentally. There's a 0.01% where we kind of go our separate ways, but I think we make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I think to me it would be beneficial for everybody here, because this is the early stage. I think we talked about this. This is the early stage of the red pill and MGTOW and all of this stuff.
Yes,
this is a potential to grow this over the next 5 years to a point where men come in and immediately understand what we're talking about, as opposed to, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I never seen this, or, you know, this guy's a loser. Right. So this is an opportunity for us to grow this to the point where you look at where Joe Rogan was. He was where we were 5 to 10 years ago. Right. And if we stick together now and understand that, yes, 99% of what we're talking about in regards to female nature, in regards to hypergamy and all of the other stuff that we continue to talk about, yes, we're on the same page. Instead of going at the 1% of the thing that differentiates us,
right,
then we can grow this bigger.
Exponentially.
Now, if I take time to take shots at some guy, even you, because everybody emails me, oh, this guy said that. If I take the time to respond and get into beefs about the little petty stuff that I see come across my emails, it actually ruins our potential to grow this and change the landscape. Otherwise, we can forget it, because these monkey simps are getting us into little beefs on camera. I don't have time for that. Seek solutions. It is often you can recognize who's the leader in the community by the subject matters that they want to avoid when you provide solutions.
Well said.
Okay.
Yep.
So if I say, well, listen, this is an emotionally charged situation, we shouldn't go out there. There are ways that we can help the community if this is what we want to do. And they say, nope, that's off the table. We can't discuss.
Wow.
And I say, really? Okay, we're not discussing this right now. No, and so then I say this. I say, listen, when I'm talking about feminism, when I'm talking about white women, black women, whatever it is, when I'm talking about women, oftentimes if I just change, if you listen to their arguments and you just changed everything they said and said women and men instead of black and white, it is the exact same argument that I argue against every day here on this show. Oh my God. And I say, I'm arguing against feminism, not taking accountability on their own side. You can't just say men need to change. And this is what I'm hearing their argument is. White people need to change. Cops need to change. Okay, well, what are you going to change? Oh, you're not going to change nothing? Okay, you're not responsible? You're not accountable in this situation? And so at that point, I say, well, I'm not in this debate. Okay, wow. If you're going to shut me down and say we can't say what we need to do now, or it's ain't the time to discuss this, or it doesn't matter what they did. Oh, okay, well, what you did was made the same argument that I argue against every day against feminism. And right at that point, I said, you're not looking for solutions.
Nope.
Right now, you're looking to place the blame 100%, or you're not open to 100% solutions. And then that's when they start calling me a coon, Uncle Tom, and sell out. And then I say, I thought all lives matter. Or all black lives. Now my black life don't matter now. So again, see, I'm a logical person. I'm a balanced person. Yep. I process the information that I'm given, and then I try to find a solution. Sometimes the solution is not going to be in favor of me, and that's okay. Right. It's okay. Right. Just like the solution of saying I'm going MGTOW. Well, then that limits the amount of women that potentially I might be able to, do monkey double backflips over here.
Small price to pay, though, right?
It's a small price to pay, because I say, okay, at that point where I'm gonna be way more selective in the amount of women that I bang, as opposed to going out there and banging everything. I'll pay that price.
That's right.
So when people aren't willing to pay the price, it's I can see it, and I go, man, these people don't really want to change. They want excuses.
That's right. I agree. And what you just described to me about these, oh, you're a coon and you're this, that, and the other, that to me sounds like a black pill mindset. Does it not?
I mean, because it sounds extremely black pill, because you're saying there's no helping you. Right. All right. And we're just going to, I mean, to me, I'm going, why would you immediately go to tearing me down when I come with the solution?
Right. Right.
Because now you're not really looking for a solution, and you know that I'm going to hold you accountable.
Oh, they don't want that. They
don't want that. And so, and I'm not saying they as black people, I'm saying the people that I'm discussing it with. Same thing as when I talk to women. I say, look, you don't want a solution. You want me to come into your game. You want me to come in attached to the state and then take a gamble on the fact that you won't stab me in the back. Well, I ain't playing that game, right? No. I ain't gonna do that.
Dude, to hell with that. Very well said.
I'm going to say, potentially they might have tried a couple of these strategies, right? Black pill guys could potentially have gone through PUA. They could have said, okay, I'm going to listen to that. Okay, that didn't work. So they have a mistrust there. Then they could have went MGTOW. They tried to make that work. They have a mistrust there because maybe they didn't trust themselves around women. They were one blowjob away from the plantation. Or they said, it just didn't work. They may realize that their weakness is women and that they can never get over them. So they say, forget it. All right, I'm going to just go right into the black pill. I think there's an evolution. I think that maybe they tried to do these things and nothing was given it to them. Because for me as a MGTOW, it's easy for me to go, look, I know what you're going to say before you say it. I'm not taking you on a date. All right, forget the bull crap. You're not moving in here. No. I know where they're going to want to progress it, and I know when to stop because I have the confidence to stop. And not only that, I know I can get another one of you, right? So I'm like, there's no pressure. But I think what happens is when you try, it doesn't work. You try, it doesn't work. Then you have to escalate. And they're at the point where they've escalated, and they're still, I would say there could be some anger there when they look at women and they look at men having a little bit of success with women. I'm just throwing it out there. I would love for some black bill guys to come on. You have the members on, so we can't see them in the chat. Yeah, they probably be mad as hell right now.
Listen, they can be mad. Hey, but guess what? Black billers, if you guys think we're wrong, I'm going to open up the phone lines here. Please. And I've got another 7-8 minutes. Give me a call. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When I open up the phone lines, if you block your number, I'm going to bring you on and I'm going to hang up on you because you're not. No, seriously. These guys are such fucking cowards. You guys know what I look like. You know what I sound like.
That's important.
My phone number is up here. I don't know what you look like. I don't even know what you sound like. The least you can do, put some goddamn skin in the game. Put some skin in the game.
Please.
At least, don't be a coward. Put your phone number up there. Y'all niggas afraid that I might fuck around and call you back, which I might, right? But see, that's the thing. They have access to me anytime they want. They can email me. They can go on my Facebook, my YouTube. No, I'm not giving them out. No, fuck that.
Man, see, and that's what pisses me off when men. I don't mind. I know when women do it. I know when they hide behind that little icon. I know what they're gonna do. And if it's a woman that comes on my platform, if she has a face photo on and she has her name, I'll let her comment stay up there. I won't say nothing. All right. But if you gonna hide and behind an icon. No. And you gonna try to diss me, all right? You're not gonna put your name out there when I got my damn full face and name. Right. All right, come on, man. Don't come on here and try to throw shots at me. See, this is the type of thing that I don't get. I can't deal with people who don't have a solution before they go out there to fight. Okay.
Jesus
you
Christ.
go out there to fight. You don't have a solution. I can't
That's
get
what
it.
women do. That's what women do, man.
That's a feminine trait.